So, welcome back, everyone. This is another episode of my old sketchbook tours. This just shows how I was really into it back in the day. Obviously, as a child, it was easy to draw, but it became more and more satisfying as I grew up. So, one of the last things we saw was a very old sketchbook, and I don't know about the order of some of these. I know that I had multiple sketchbooks, probably as gifts, and then I went back and forth. So for future videos, the next several may be out of order and then eventually become slowly more in order. But this is one of the oldest ones that I have. I can't tell if there's anything dated here that suggests how much time had passed since then. So let's get started. Yes, again, always interested in video games and rarely ever owning them, and even when visiting friends, kind of rarely playing them because, I don't know, maybe it was just the relationship or the nature of video games. They're primarily consuming, right? So sharing single-player games isn't always easy. Unfortunately, this was this was a really good one that I enjoyed. I think called Road Rash. I made several versions of this, and I wasn't very good at it, but I would do this one move, and it would be like ramming into people. And so I came up with my own character, Road Ram. Check out, he's got ram horns on his helmet. Pretty cool. And Street Fighter, of course. Vega, my favorite character. He's got like a little bit of a Mortal Kombat swirly power going on there. Not sure where that came from. And this was from, I don't remember what it was called, Desert Strike or Apache Command. I don't remember. But there was a game with this stealth helicopter, and I just really loved this like little advertisement for it that I saw one time in a magazine that I would collect. Really, really cool. Everything stealth related was like a big deal in the early mid-90s because we were just learning about this stuff, and we were always imagining something stealth being like the Predator, like optical camouflage or something, which it never was. Super small. So it's kind of fun. Some Mortal Kombat characters. What was this? Smoke and Scorpion. Ultimate MK3. Instead of a signature, I would write my club's symbol here. Try to come up with the ideal room. This is what I wanted my bedroom to look like. Strangely, what do we got here? The entrance, right? We have the TV, the SNES, the Sega exclamation point, a video chair, because those were a popular thing which did nothing for posture or necessarily help you in playing video games. A bed with 2 pillows, bookshelf, dresser. But this is the best one. I always wanted like a permanent chalk outline of a man with like red paint, as if it was like a crime scene, like someone died there. Probably from watching one too many movies, or maybe enough movies. I don't know. Aliens 4. Oh my goodness! I have this like vision of the sequel we always wanted and never got. To really resolve what happened at the end of Aliens, because I thought, boy, this is like not a perfect opportunity for Alien 3. It's Sigourney Weaver's character, Lieutenant Ripley, waking up from her dream. It was like, so all of Alien 3 just goes away, and we go straight into more of that action-style movie with Jack Nicholson playing A-Tax, which was from the toy line that they came out with. Okay, so interesting character, the Bass. I don't know where I came up with the name, but let me see, make sure this is in view here. Yeah, there you go. So this was like an alternative Mega Man character. It wasn't Mega Man X, it wasn't Zero, it was a new guy. So that's kind of fun. Definitely into video games. Earthworm Jim 2? Yep. Definitely, again, with the copying things. I think you'll notice right here, this character is, his lines are a little lighter. His but there's like almost a little bit of shading I'm starting here. And so I think we're beginning to develop a little bit, of course, and then backtrack. But Mega Man X4, some dreamed about a version of the future video game to come out. This is kind of a really cool angle. Check out this guy. This was a Mortal Kombat style character. I don't know if this was based on anyone in particular or if I necessarily copied this, but I don't remember copying this exact angle. And I think I had just come up with this view on him by itself. So that's kind of a cool one. I'm going upside down. The decisions you make, you know. It just depends on where it landed, I guess, on my pillow when I was drawing. Scorpion! Oh, check out his fatality. So this is where I was probably coming up with my own little cheat sheet here. Anyway, I really like how Reptile's face looks. He takes off his mask and he's like a big reptile guy underneath it. I think that actually doesn't look like it did in the video game. I could be wrong, but I thought I made that myself. Speaking of things I made myself, Air Mac. Wait, did I make this one up? I made up one of these, but anyway, super interested in the ninja look. Yeah, I think everyone in the 90s was going crazy about ninjas, at least by that time. Goro. Old. I don't know what old means anymore. Not really. Mario. You know, okay, so we're getting into the more popular version of Mario. This one's, I think, a little bit plumper than he actually ended up being in your modern video game. Some sort of alien reference definitely into this Saturday morning edited rated R movies, although, you know, there's a lot of things that you could see on TV which could inspire you to draw. Mine was definitely the scary things. So I wonder where my little boy gets. Check it out. I think I drew these ones, maybe. My mom maybe drew these ones, but this is from Charlie Brown's Christmas. And I'm just copying characters that I saw. Check it out. IG-88 from Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. Great game, right? IG-88, boy. Those kind of memories really make me feel nostalgic for video games, although I could never justify playing a video game nowadays, probably. So this is a neat one. I don't know if I came back to this, but what's happening here is I began shading, as you saw, right? So I go, there's like this skip. I let my mom help me draw some Charles Schultz copies, and then I went here. So Shadows of the Empire came out the N64. I read the whole novel. I bought the soundtrack. I was really into Star Wars this time, primarily for the spiritual aspects found in Yoda's essential sermons and hints of wisdom and The Empire Strikes Back. But I'm shading. I found some way to shade, and it began to look good. Here's another thing. I was drawing with a very different kind of pencil here. So I must have moved on from the number 2 pencils and found something that was a little bit more artsy, even though I wasn't necessarily using it for that purpose. I don't think I was copying this at all. I just had this vision of this kind of person, and the classic thing, I don't know if it's possible to tell just by looking at this, but her eyes, I never filled in her eyes because I was afraid I was going to mess them up. And so I ended up leaving a lot of the eyes in people just completely white. I don't think that necessarily meant anything at the time or right now looking back, but I didn't want to harm it. And an interesting name that I came up with, Alexandri Chris. Oh, and obviously, I went up in my skill level right after that. No, again, the color is a good indication that I was not the one behind this one. This is my dad's artwork. My dad would always find a way to draw something at the very back of my sketchbook, and what a cool job he did. This pencil, hand-colored pencil. Really good character. I love muscularness and the like. This is like a Casey Jones style sports mixture vigilante. Really cool stuff. So props, Dad. Props for inspiring me to become an artist.